Right, well it's the start of October now, and we're down here at Big Hayes at Todburn Manor for the Back of the Land Net charity cancer match.
Yep, we've drawn peg 12 on Big Hayes Lake. Oak tree, right behind us, known as the Oak Tree Peg. Apparently Crafty Carp were down here last week. Ian Russell fished this swim and had good success from the margins, so we've been informed.
We're, to be honest, we both couldn't be happy with the swim choice, so we can't start our excuses now, but the rest of the lake, well most of the lake, has literally got people shoulder to shoulder. I'm talking 20 yards, 30 yards apart each swim.
Yeah,
we have got the whole end of this lake to ourselves. It's a bay that comes away from the main lake. It's good activity down here, and I'm looking forward to a good match, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. We've already seen the bubbles coming up, so it's a good sign the fish are there. I think tactics to start off with. Small baits we've been told work well, so I'm going to have a method feeder out on one rod. Keep recasting that every 10-15 minutes. Obviously we'll show you what we're doing as and when. It would be silly not to stick one on the margin there. Nice small little pop up. So we've got the 8mm mini fluoros from Mistral, so I stick one of them on and yeah, we'll speak to you about tactics we're using, but it's looking good at the moment.
Definitely.
It stopped raining, it absolutely pissed it down last night, but yeah, the sun's out now, hopefully drying everything up. Bit annoying because we've got to walk around to this swim. It's probably the only swim that you can't park behind, so that's a bit of an arse. But
oh well, if it means you've got a bit of peg, then so be it. And this is the sort of swim as well that's the furthest away from any point of parking. It's always the one that's least fished by anyone else. It sees the least pressure, so we're confident. Anyway, we're going to grab the gear out of the car,
hour and 15 minutes till we start. Everyone else is rushing with their bivvies up, quite casual about it, to be honest. We've got everything set. Now all we need to do is wait for that car beep at 11 AM to signal the start of the match.
Anyway, we'll see you soon when we get our rods in.
Nice one.
Right guys, well we're here with Chris and Jay from Back of the Landing Net. They're the ones that put the match together today for us. I'm sure all of our viewers have seen their videos before, but guys, if anyone hasn't, do you want to explain what you do?
Chris can do that, yeah. Basically do what these lads do. Go around fishing, record it, put it up on YouTube.
Good times.
Yeah. Obviously it's for a good cause today. Cancer research, yep. We're all here hopefully to raise a lot of money, and I'm pretty sure we have.
Yeah, how's it looking so far, lads?
It's looking very good, yes. Very good. We'll find out announcement during the presentation.
Yeah.
Good times.
But amazing effort by everyone.
Yeah, it's thousands. It's real big
numbers. It's awesome. So guys, if you want to check out more what Chris and Jay do, if you just search Back of the Landing Net in YouTube, or you've got your own website, do you want to shout that out as well?
Yeah, backofthelandingnet.co.uk. There's a forum on there as well, and a fishery guide you can add to that. Yeah.
Nice one.
We have a bit of a laugh on there, don't we?
Oh, it's mental, it is mental.
That's all he does is laugh. LOL, LOL.
That's what it's all about,
yeah.
Enjoying yourself. But we've been told that as the night progresses, the fish have moved down here. So fingers crossed, we're quite sheltered down here.
Yeah.
Hopefully the pressure should kick them from that end up to here. Something should come out and hopefully it's be to Team Apex.
Hope so.
So hopefully we'll see you soon. In the meantime.
Nice one.
Nice one.
Good luck, lads.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, well, one in the net. It's about 2:30 in the morning. Absolutely bloody freezing. Must have dropped to about 4 degrees now. Low double. Bailiff's on its way. Gonna weigh it. See what we got. Nice one. Right, well there we go. It's 3:30 in the morning. £7 12 ounce. Fell to the single rose hip pellet. One of the smaller in the lakes, but hopefully we should have some more. And finally had one for the match. Back of the Landing Net. Nice one. It's 9:30 in the morning. Sunday morning, didn't have anything else other than the £7 12 ounce mirror you saw last night. A very quiet night. I think a couple of the guys had something, but on this lake I think we're about 5th at the moment, just on that one fish. Over half haven't caught yet, which still puts us in good running for being in the top 3, or maybe even winning, who knows, if we have a bumper session. But I'm going to try and do some active fishing. Going to tie one up on a method mix. This is what we're going to put into it. Okay, so starting off with, it's getting cold now, so just going to put some mixed maggots, probably a couple of handfuls in there, 2.5 just for good measure. Tiger nuts. Now obviously these fill the carp up quite easily, so I'm only going to put in probably 2 crushers worth in a good grind, straight in there. And these ones, this second one, I'll probably do a bit finer. The first ones were quite coarse, just give it different consistencies in this mix. And as you can see from that, a bit finer than the last. Kaolinium from there. Rock salt, as you probably see in the magazines, etc., and watching the other guys on TV, renowned for catching the bigger carp. Hopefully it should entice them into our swim. So I'm just going to put a handful and a half in there. Next step, hemp. This is ready prepared. If I can get the bag open, it'd be even better. And I'm probably going to put in a good 3 handfuls into that. Next on from that, got a ground bait. Now we're using the rosehip ground bait from Mistral. Really, really sweet smelling. I don't know if you've ever heard of the cough syrup rosehip stuff before. It kind of smells like that. I'm going to put in, obviously this is the majority of the mix. So this is really where the essence of the mix comes from. This is really to bulk it out. To give that a good mix, obviously it's all still dry at the moment. Now I'm going to go with the FM juice. This is like a spod, PVA friendly spod mix. So we want the sweet going on from the rosehip, but we also want a bit of smell going on from the fishy side of it. So this is quite a nutty mix as well. So that's going in like so, probably, I don't know, a good swig, a good fifth of the bottle in there. Give that a good mix. And I've just realised I need some water. So Chris, can you grab me some water please, mate?
Oh, mate.
It might help. So yeah, that's basically all the ingredients we're putting in. I hope you can see that there. A fine crumb. We've already put a good bed of pellets out, and we haven't had too much luck on them. So I'm leaving pellets out deliberately from this mix, just to try and do something different. So I'm just going to add water in like so. This is going to make it really slushy, and I'm going to add my ground bait to that now. So this is a really sloppy mixture, and obviously nowhere near good enough for binding onto the mix itself. So I'm just going to keep adding just until it dries out, and I've got a nice mixture that I can mould around that method feeder itself. So mix it all in. So again, too slodgy. Okay, keep going with the method mix, ground bait should I say. Just keep going. Again, nearly there. So you can buy method mixes or ground baits. I think the method mix is slightly coarser, but I really do like the smell of this rosehip, hence why we're using it on the method. Again, still a bit crumbly. Tiny bit more. At the end you should be able to make a big ball with your hands. So if you can mould it just like that. Now I can cast that out confidently. Obviously this is going to be placed around my method feeder. If it does start to break away, obviously adjust your consistency accordingly, but that's basically it. Hemp, maggots, ground bait, a bit of booster in there, the rosehip itself. Let's hope we catch some carp. Nice one.
Right guys, well we're coming to the end now. We've literally got 2 minutes left until the final horn's going to sound. And unfortunately no more fish from what you saw last night. In terms of how the people in our lake have done, we're not 100% sure, but we know the leader, well last time we heard, was actually the owner and his son. Bit cheeky, but there we go. Also it's our first time in this venue, and the majority of anglers here do fish it quite regularly. Not all the time, but the ones we spoke to certainly know their way around.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously we didn't have the best peg draw, like we said before we come here. I think we was either going to be on top of the fish or not. We weren't, so we were happy with the fish we got. Alright, it was only £7 and 12 ounces, but that's £7 and 12 ounces more than we thought we were going to get at some time. Yeah. Especially as it got so bloody cold last night. It was
literally about 0 last night, we worked out.
Yeah, so something like that.
It was pretty chilly.
Yeah, we tried everything. We've given it our all.
I never normally fish the method feeder, but we tried to active fishing this time. So the method feeder, the mix we showed you, we tried the Enterprise pop-up comb, different variations we had. We tried the Enterprise boilies that they do as well, the imitation range. We tried the Mistral Rose Hip, the Mistral FM boilies.
Everything you can think of.
The I-40s, we tried the Vampire Squids, we tried the 15 mils, we chopped them down to kind of like 8-10 mils, we tried the 8 mil pop-ups. We put a stiff hinge out at some point to put the pop-up up on, but no luck there. I say we've tried everything. We've even tried maggots, the faithful rig that we used in the Gabriel's video. Nothing could do it for us, unfortunately.
And we'll be honest, this is actually mine and Matt's first match this time, so we didn't really know how to approach it. Maybe next time we might not change this very often. It might have scared fish away from us. We were changing at one point about every 45 minutes to an hour, just changing the hook bait over, just getting some bait into the swim because you weren't allowed to spot out. So the only opportunity we had to get bait in was with a cast. Maybe we could have slowed that down because when Matt's fish actually came, it was after about a 3-hour stint where we'd left the rods alone.
But then again, it was in the middle of the night, so who knows, that might just happen.
Yeah, we don't know. But would I fish this venue again? It's quite far for me and Matt. It's a 3-hour drive here, but it's an absolutely lovely complex.
Yeah, fantastic venue. Toddler Manor, see the link below.
It's brilliant. It really is nice. Really been impressed. I'd definitely come if I lived a bit nearer. We're about to show you the presentation that Jay and Chris are going to do. They're going to give away prizes to all the winners. Unfortunately, that's not going to be me and Matt. First prize for the 2 lakes competition was actually a week in France, which would have been absolutely lovely to get. But we know the guys in the other lake have been absolutely hauling them in. So we're going to take you there now. And until next time, nice one.
Yeah. So we just wanted to obviously thank everyone for coming again. We're going to talk a little bit about the charity aspect of things at the end. I hope everyone's had a good weekend. Even if you haven't caught, we've had a crack. It's been quite funny seeing things unfold. It's been quite funny seeing other things as well along the way.
Some things not.
Some things you don't want to ever see again, to be honest. But it has been a cracker. We've enjoyed it, so we hope you guys have enjoyed it as well.
That's it. First people want to thank. It wouldn't have been possible without the marshals. So if we can have Rick, Will, Gareth, and Damien up here. We've just got a few things. To be honest, we would have got you more if we realised what sort of work you would do. We thought you were going to be lazy and we'd be dragging you about.
Rick's getting up.
So yeah, they've made our lives really easy this year. I don't think, other than the guys from Apex last night, I don't think many people have had to wait too long for kind of attention when the fish come. There were a few issues last night actually, but yeah, brilliant.
Yeah. Right, we'll start straight away with the results. I think we'll start with Big A's because a little bit more predictable, I think. We have first of all the 3 teams who blanked. Just come out and collect your medals, please. Awesome for coming. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Good feeling that was.
You are the blankers.
Right. Reverse order. 9th place, Apex Angling with £7.12 ounces.
Yeah, who was last out on the big catch?
8th place was a Bivvy Banter with £8 10 ounces.
Was that the biggest three with the whole?
Yeah.
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 Are you happy with that?
7th place is the Careful Carp Kings with £15 2 ounces.
Yeah, put one.
Well done, Ross.
Sixth place with £29 11 ounces was cooking and carping. Right, in fifth place with £43 3 ounces was Devon and Dorset Carp. In fourth place, £45 9 ounces, Carp Course and Swansea. Cheers for making the journey, guys. Okay. We're being a bit elitist this time, though. In third place with £47 12 ounces was Will-I Dan.
Who's the nosy?
Sharp ring again.
So your dog that what's that?
In second place on Big A's, Spicy Carpers, £61 7 ounces. Well done, guys. Well done, guys. Brilliant. In first place, with £83 15 ounces, was the Top Rod Dogs. Right, we've got you an empty landing there. The biggest fish on Big Haze was £18 8, and that was Will Vincent.
You won't even have to hold that one out so far.
Doesn't help when I'm small.
Top rod on Little Haze, Jason Mills with £74 2 ounces.
Good haul.
Hang on, well, while he's doing that, we decided to have a prize for Dog of the Match, and we loved them all, to be fair, but we upset one. So, Will, if you want to bring up, you could share them, you can use them for floaters and give some of the stuck at the same time.
He's only little.
That's just like you holding it. Bag's bigger than ours. Bag's bigger than ours.
Right, okay, yeah, we just wanted to talk about the real reason we put on these matches and basically about everyone's fantastic contribution. We didn't really want to talk about people's individual efforts, but you know, we have to mention some of these. Dan Jones and Tim raised £370. Ben Spicer and Matt Ellis nearly 600. Sion, Matt Lucas nearly 1200. 1400. Jason and Pete. Andrew Batchelor and his dad nearly 1500. But irrelevant of that, every single penny counted, and what I wanted to do is just introduce you to Ros from Cancer Research UK, talk about how it helps and a little bit about what you do really.
Thank you. Sorry for being a bit late, rushing here and getting a bit lost with the sat-nav, but I want to say a huge thank you to everybody who's had a great day and not only got these, I can't believe you said an 18-pound fish.
Yeah.
So even like big pounds in the fish and big pounds in the sponsorship. This event, as you know, is the second time the guys have done it, and they've raised a huge amount of money to beat cancer. We don't get any money at all from the government. We're totally funded by people like yourselves doing things that you like doing, and I always say it's about putting the fun into fundraising. And we always say it's great whatever anybody earns, but actually secretly we really like it when people earn a hell of a lot of money. And these guys and you all have raised a really big sum which will go towards beating cancer. I can see that predominantly you're mostly men fishing. No, not
We're working on it. We'd rather have a lot more women out there.
At the risk of embarrassing anybody, one of the greatest achievements of Cancer Research UK has been the early screening detection for prostate and, guys, I hate to say it, for testicular cancer. And the survival rates for prostate cancer and for testicular cancer are really, really high, about 97%. So our aim is that cancer, all different types of cancer, 200 different types of cancer, will be as soon as successful as for those rates. So that anybody who gets to hear the words, "I'm sorry, you've got cancer," will then see and you will survive. And the only thing that is stopping us at the moment is money. There's no problem with the science or cures, it's just getting the money in. So the amount of money that you're raising really, really makes a big difference. I would like to flag up, if you are free on October the 19th, which is not this Friday but the following Friday, check into Channel 4, because we've got our first ever telethon happening, hosted by Davinia McCall and Alan Carr. It's called Stand Up to Cancer. This is fantastic because everybody is standing up. We've got to get a picture. And it's going to be a whole night of fundraising, but also a chance for you to see some of the ways that the money you've raised today is being spent with cancer research. So if any of you want to do any other kind of fundraising in the county or anything you want to do, just get online and register, and then a few days later one of us will call you back. And when you get to start raising lots of money, like Chris and Jay are doing.
It's all equal, right? We can't take. You can't.
Well, you've got it organised. We do like to take people, if you're interested, to Southampton, to the Cancer Research Centre. We are very lucky here that we've got very close to us the Southampton Cancer Research Centre, and it's a really motivating trip to go around the labs and see how people are beating cancer. And I'm not a scientist, but I can always understand what they're saying, and it's a really good opportunity. So yeah, thank you all very much, and well done. The 18-pound fish, that sounds like that. So, yeah. So anyway, thank you very, very much.
It's everybody. We just, while we're at this point, we've had a look at the total. There's a bit more to add in, a few other kind of offline donations to take account for, but we think we're going to eclipse £10,000.
Oh my God.
Total with last year's over £14,000 just on these fishing matches. So everybody who's ever been involved, anybody that you've got involved, amazing, brilliant.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Okay. We did say we'd put together a prize for the guys that raised the most money. To be honest, you know, we weren't even contemplating these kind of sums of money. We thought in our wildest dreams, like a pair would raise couple of £100, but getting into the thousands is outstanding. So we didn't really plan above one prize, but we tried to scramble something together for a couple of the other guys as well. So
yeah. I mean, it sounds a bit wrong to make this a competition, but we thought I'd do it like that anyway. The guys who made the third most, £1,163.84, Sire Matt Lucas. Guys, we fought. Brilliant. Well done, guys. Guys, we fought with brothers. We only had 3 of these, unfortunately, so you can share that one. It's probably so. Thank you. No, well done. Cheers for that. All right. Well done, guys. No, you don't actually. In second place, with £1,371 raised, was Jason and Pete. Well done, guys. Cheers, guys. Brilliant. Well done. In first place, the marathon man, he raised an amazing £1,436, was Andrew Batchelor. Sorry, Kev, I think of the video there.
Andrew, from Bridport.
Yeah?
Yes, I'm trying to get something at the school because he's done so well.
Everyone in Bridport knows him now.
Yeah.
Especially looking like that. We've got a big bundle of Nash baits and tackles kindly donated by Nash. That's for you, mate.
Both of them. Right, on with Little Haze. We have the 4 teams who unfortunately didn't catch anything. You can come out first. Thanks for coming, guys. Donate loads of cash.
Appropriate looking. Margot.
Zoom, Steve.
Questions just didn't make sense now.
Cheers for coming. I think it's taking a photo. Is that private collection? Yeah. Cheers for coming, Jesse.
Tuesday, not tomorrow. Yeah, right. Sorry, Chris. Skip this down.
In 8th place, with £12, was Big Fish, Little Fish. In 7th place, with £20 9 ounces, the 3 carpers minus 1.
Hold on, I'm just hearing.
Yeah.
Yep, they're sorry that they can't be here at the moment to accept their medal. They'd like to say there's this microchip in my ear. They'd like to say thanks, and they really enjoyed it.
6th place with £23 1 ounce was 2 Dorset Noddies. Place with £29 10 ounces, north and south. In 4th place, £40 3 ounces, Method Madness.
Guys, good effort, great effort.
Yeah, awesome. Cheers.
How many were caught on the pole? Right, okay, this is
3rd place with £73 12 ounces, GD's Kids. Did you get the shot? Well, fellas,
right, this was a nail biting.
Yeah, it swung one way to the other between Spatch and Catch and Devon Dons.
Spatch and Catch running away with it yesterday. Nobody else was catching. £70 in the lead at one point.
Yeah. And this morning, out of nowhere, Devon Dons were absolutely bagging up. In 2nd place, with £113 3 ounces, was the Devon Dons.
No, last year. To put it in perspective, Little Hayes was won last year on £44. So
Good angling, boy.
Yeah, that was awesome, lads.
To get over £100 and finish second, you know, yes.
Got one in the last hour as well.
Yeah.
Right, by a mere £5 7 ounces, the winners were Spatch and Catch, £118 10 ounces.
Something that I think you need. Bit muddy. Right, really well done.
Right, biggest fish on Little Hayes was a Louis Russell, £18 11 ounces. There you go. Oh, hang on. Whoa, hang on. No, Louis, hang on. Top rod on Little Hayes with all £113 3 ounces. Louis Russell. Yeah, Yeah. Well, that means, as you probably worked out, the overall winners and the winners of the trip to Lac Rose in France, Spatch and Catch. Spatch and Catch.
That kind of brings it to a bit of a close for this year, but hope everybody's had a good time, not only this weekend but all the stuff that people have been doing in build up to it, and it's always kind of sad when it's the end of
Such a long build up.
such a long build up, isn't it? But you know, I've no doubt we'll be starting to work on next year fairly soon.
Yeah, thanks to everyone. You know, places you come from just to come down to see us for the weekend, really humbling, and yeah, hopefully we'll see you again next year. So thanks everybody, give yourself a clap.